everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be a little bit more of a casual sit down, get ready with me. I'm doing my makeup. I wanted to wear some makeup to work today, but I didn't really want to wear like a lot of it. And I usually don't really wear any makeup, but like recently I have been feeling like the winged liner look, and I kind of am incorporating that into my makeup whenever I feel like wearing makeup, which is not that often, but that's going to be the subject of today's video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I went from wearing makeup on a daily basis, basically waking up in the morning and having makeup application become my morning routine or part of my morning routine, how I went from that to basically not wearing makeup at all in my everyday life / wearing no foundation hardly ever, because a lot of my videos, a lot of my tutorials, I put in no foundation, or I basically do the makeup without wearing any foundation. And a lot of my videos that you guys have been seeing include me not wearing any foundation whatsoever. And there have been some videos in which I wear the bare minimum of makeup because in my everyday life I have stopped wearing foundation and I have stopped wearing makeup on a daily basis, only wearing makeup when I feel like it. So I'm going to talk you guys through how I came to this point, and I'm also going to be telling you guys about how the meaning of makeup for me has changed. And this is going to be a little bit of like a chit chat, get ready with me type video in which I talk about my own self-confidence, my own self-image, and what makeup has meant to me. So I hope you enjoy this video. It's going to be a little bit of a casual one. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. So I'm not going to be wearing any foundation today because I haven't really been wearing foundation on a daily basis. I have spoken about it in several videos, but I am feeling like a winged liner, some brows, and like something on the lips, so that is what I'm gonna stick to. So I'm actually getting ready for work, so this is gonna be a little bit of a get ready with me. I'm also getting ready to film some videos, but today is not the day that I want to be wearing a ton of makeup, but I do want to be wearing a little bit of a winged liner because I'm not gonna lie, I have been feeling a winged liner for quite a bit recently. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So anyway, let me just get my makeup. What I do for like eyebrows is I basically go and I just pick up the nearest like brown eyeshadow that I have, and I go in with my little brush. I like to use this one from Morphe. It's like the M532. And it's like, looks like that. It is like pretty stiff, but it's like not the skinniest brush, and it kind of gives like a nice soft diffused line, which is what I want. So I'm just gonna dip it into some of that brown, and I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So I want to talk a little bit about me not wearing makeup, how I went from always doing liquid lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss, contour, foundation, baking, highlight even occasionally, eyeliner, mascara, brows, sometimes false lashes. I actually went like a few months in high school. I feel like for half a year in when I was a sophomore, which means when I was like about 16-ish, I went like for half a year when wearing false lashes every single day on top of all that. And basically how I went from that to barely wearing makeup when I'm not filming, unless I feel like it, which is not that often. So I started wearing makeup like I think on a daily basis when I was a freshman in high school. And for those of you who don't know what that is, like that's just when I started high school, which is basically when I was in 9th grade, and then when I was like 14 going on 15. So that's when I started wearing makeup. And of course I have mentioned several times how I didn't really put on makeup well. I basically wore like really heavy eyeliner and nothing on my skin. I don't think I had any brows or like really any mascara, but like that's when I started like wearing makeup as a security blanket, because I genuinely felt like I looked unattractive without my eyeliner, etc., you know. And I also had really bad skin, so That was like when my skin was really bad. Right now it's like not terrible, but it's like still not perfect. But then it was like really bad. Like seriously, severe acne. And basically, I started wearing makeup, and it kind of progressed as I went through high school. I wore more and more makeup, and I just really felt like I couldn't be productive in school. I couldn't like put my best face forward if I didn't have makeup on. And in a way that was true, because at that time, if I didn't have makeup, I felt like people would subconsciously think that for some reason I was having a bad day, or that I looked more tired, or that I just didn't have my stuff together. And the reason I thought that people thought that about me was because I thought that about other people. I will admit it, of course. I thought that if someone who was wearing makeup like 90% of the time suddenly came to school or came to work wearing no makeup, I thought that something was wrong in their life, and I did not want people to think that about me, because I was thinking that about other people. And I still think that sometimes, and I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to basically step back from that mentality, but that just was my subconscious like opinion, that if people weren't wearing makeup and they wore makeup usually, then something was wrong. And I didn't want people to think that about me, because I had many things in my life that I didn't really like, and I didn't want to have that burden on my shoulders. In high school, again, I was like wearing a lot of makeup, like all the products that I just mentioned, and it took me like 5 to 10 minutes to get ready. In the morning, I was able to do quite quickly, but of course, when I was wearing false lashes every day, it would take about 15 minutes to get ready, 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know why I was wearing false lashes every day. But it's just like when you wear false lashes every day, it's kind of hard to not wear false lashes all of a sudden, because then people really notice. Like I literally had people like comment on my lashes when I was wearing false lashes and compliment me. And I felt like if I wasn't wearing false lashes, then it would be obvious. And when I was wearing false lashes, because like I believe that if you're wearing false lashes, then like the glue kind of makes your lashes like not grow that much, which I don't know if it's true or not. My experience is definitely if I don't wear false lashes that often, I notice that my lashes grow more, and if I wear false lashes more often, they grow less. But yeah, anyway, in high school, I was wearing a ton of makeup, and then when I graduated high school, that summer I went to Ukraine, and that was like a great trip. I vlogged it, by the way. I have a few vlogs up on my travel playlist, which I will link up there if you're interested. But that was an amazing summer, and you can see in the vlogs that sometimes I was wearing like a little makeup, but most of the time I was wearing no makeup whatsoever, and that was glorious. That was wonderful, because come on, like when you're in summer, well, when you're in summer and you're on vacation and with your family, makeup is not the first thing in your mind. In my personal experience, like that makeup is not the most important thing in my mind. So I stopped wearing makeup. And then when I came home, we started moving like literally immediately. And I wouldn't wear makeup unless I was filming. And then like moving was so stressful that I wasn't even thinking about putting on makeup, much less worrying about how I looked. So then like after that, and after we were all settled, I would have like moments where I'd think about like, should I wear makeup? But then I was like, I don't really want to. You know, like all of a sudden, like this was so sudden, but like I suddenly didn't want to wear makeup, because after not wearing makeup for pretty much the entire summer, I suddenly realized like that putting makeup on, like it was physically uncomfortable, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but like I feel like if you wear makeup all the time, then you're kind of used to it. But when you're not wearing a lot of makeup, or when you're not wearing any makeup and you suddenly put on makeup, you feel it. You feel it on your face. You feel the foundation on your face, and it's not a comfortable experience. And then you have to be cognizant of your eye area. You can't rub anything. It's just, yeah. So like anyway, I was having none of it, so I stopped wearing makeup all the time, you know, and I just cut back enormously. And I would still wear foundation and brows and mascara if I really felt like I needed to try, but that was pretty much it, you know. I feel like these brows are a little bit too bold. That's irritating. College came around, when I started going to classes, I realized that literally, like, there's no point in me putting on makeup in the morning because it's college. That's not like the forefront of anyone's thinking. And let's face it, if you have ever been to college, you probably know that people, like, you don't get a lot of people in college who generally care at all about their appearance, unless they have, like, I don't know, time. Because I had like super early morning classes. Well, I have super early morning classes. Right now I'm on break, but like I had really early morning classes, and then I'd stay up like late at night studying, writing papers, etc. And I stopped wearing makeup every day. And then I just slowly realized that I felt so comfortable without makeup that I had no like need to wear makeup. And at that point, whenever I would be wearing makeup, it would be for like YouTube, and I'd wear foundation for YouTube, and you know, like the colorful makeup that I absolutely love for YouTube, of course. And that's like the only time I would be wearing makeup. And then like I realized that whenever I would wear makeup for YouTube, I didn't feel comfortable in the makeup after I stopped filming, because again, there's that question of like not feeling physically comfortable with the makeup on your face, because when you have layers and layers of makeup on your face, it's not the most comfortable feeling, especially if you don't wear makeup all the time. And then one day I tried not wearing foundation, basically doing like a beautiful colorful makeup and wearing no foundation. And I looked at my face and I was like, this literally makes little to no difference. Like, I look just the same. Like, I love this colorful eyeshadow look, but I look literally just the same as I do when I'm wearing foundation, when I'm not wearing foundation. Does that make any sense? Basically, like, I didn't really look too different because I had bronzer, I had highlighter, I just didn't have foundation on. And then I was like, this is amazing. I want to do this all the time. And that's basically how I started wearing like no foundation in many of my videos, and that's why you see me like wearing no foundation in so many of my videos, and I absolutely love it. Because when I'm filming a video, I want to be wearing some really exciting makeup. I want to be artistic because makeup is such a passion of mine. But let's face it, like, there's also that comfort thing. Like, I don't want to be filming a video and then stop filming and then being like, oh yeah, I have to get this off my face, I can't keep this on my face. I don't want to feel like that. So essentially what I did is I just stopped wearing foundation in my videos, and now I wear foundation in my videos every now and then. I have some foundations that I'm trying out. Well, I have one foundation that I'm really keen on, but yeah, I'm not really too interested in wearing foundation in my videos anymore for those reasons. To be honest, a lot of times, like when I think of makeup and when I think about the parts of makeup that really excite me, foundation and face products, like, those are not really the things that excite me. All in all, I don't really feel like any kind of need to run with the pack, if you will. I don't really feel the need to do what everyone else is doing. So if I don't want to wear foundation in my videos, I feel like that's amazing, you know. And also, what's nice about not wearing foundation is that you don't have to worry about matching your foundation to your skin color at all, because I feel like I'm very bad at matching. I've admitted it, I'm very bad at matching my foundation, and I don't really need to worry about it if I'm not wearing foundation at all, because my skin looks like my real skin. You know, that's just how it is. If you were like me, like say a year ago, and you didn't feel comfortable like not wearing makeup or not wearing foundation, like, what are some things that you can do to make yourself feel comfortable? Because I do have to say that not wearing foundation specifically is great, because you don't have to worry about your foundation matching your skin. You don't have to worry about like the discomfort of feeling makeup on your face. You also don't have to worry about your foundation rubbing off on anyone. You also don't have to worry about spending money on foundation, because foundation can get a little bit expensive, and I can tell you that I am like projecting like how much money I'm going to be spending on makeup this year, and Foundation, I have realized foundation is so incredibly expensive, and it's not even that fun. It's not as fun to me as like eye makeup. So you save a lot of money when you don't wear foundation. So anyway, what are some things you can do to make yourself feel comfortable with not wearing foundation? I would say the number one thing, take care of your skin. Take care of your skin, because I have noticed that since I stopped wearing foundation, I have been taking a lot of like care of my skin, more care than I was like taking earlier, because before I used to really not take care of my skin as much as I probably should have, and I felt like a need to wear a foundation to cover up like all my skin problems. And now like I have like nights that I'm completely lazy and don't want to do anything, but like almost every single night I do spot treatment on like certain places where I need it. I also try and moisturize. I try and use aloe vera a lot. I try to use masks. Probably should get into that a lot more, and I'm gonna try like steaming my face, because I feel like that will help me a lot, because I used to do it but I kind of stopped for some reason, I don't know. But like there's like a whole bunch of like DIY things that I want to try out and that I want to experiment with. So that's very exciting. If you feel uncomfortable with like not wearing makeup at all, just like if you have a weekend or if you have like a holiday, don't wear makeup. Like don't wear makeup, or just wear like the bare minimum. Like if you feel like you want to wear eyebrows, just wear eyebrows and a little bit of mascara, maybe some lip balm. I would definitely say that like I still wear lip balm all the time. It is my number one thing. I would also say that like just don't feel uncomfortable. That sounds like that's easier said than done, but I will definitely tell you that a lot of the times my insecurity and my uncomfortable feeling with not wearing makeup, that was all in my head. It really was. Like I worried more about what I looked like without makeup than anyone else around me. And I definitely think that if you basically find the confidence in yourself to not wear foundation, to not wear makeup on an everyday basis, to really look at makeup as an accessory, if that makes any sense, you will like be just fine. Like people will just accept you. People generally tend to not worry too much about your exterior appearance as much as what you do and how you act, and like your manners and your productivity if you are working. But like, yeah, people don't care about you without makeup. They just don't. Everyone has their own problems to worry about. No one cares about what you look like without makeup. Just people don't. Like that's just like a very big stereotype in today's culture. There's always like this big stigma around women especially not wearing makeup. Like you see all these I'm basically doing a little bit of contouring. I'm applying a little bit of shadow underneath my lip to make it look bigger. But like you see all these like trashy magazine spreads with paparazzi capturing movie stars or like celebrities without makeup, and basically it's kind of done in a negative way. But my point is, I feel like society in general has like this very bad stigma around women. I'm talking about women because like I'm a woman and that's just like my experience. I don't think that there's like the same stigma surrounding men not wearing makeup, because unfortunately in our society, or like where I live, it is more acceptable for men to not wear makeup than to wear makeup. So I feel like that's another conversation entirely. I think that everyone should be wearing however much makeup they want to wear, regardless of who they are and where they come from and their gender, whatever. Like I think that everyone should be wearing makeup. Whoever wants to wear makeup should be wearing makeup, and that should be acceptable. But for women specifically, the idea of not wearing makeup is something that's in my mind captured in a little bit of a negative light. It's negative for a woman to not want to wear makeup when she wakes up in the morning. And that's just my experience, and I think that that's stupid. I think that like if you surround yourself with the right people, if you surround yourself with people who are like who have their head on straight, they don't care if you wear makeup versus not wear makeup. I think that that's just how it is. There are, of course, certain professions that in which you have to wear some makeup unfortunately that's just how it is. But like for me, like in my like world, like from my perspective as a 19-year-old who works, who goes to school, etc., I don't really experience that. Like I don't really experience any kind of difference or any kind of like need to wear makeup personally. And I honestly love waking up in the morning and not having to worry about my face. I wake up in the morning, wash my face, take a shower, fix my hair if I need to. Sometimes I don't. And I put on clothes and then I walk out the door. It is that simple, and it is so liberating. When you're actually wearing makeup and when you're actually putting makeup on your face every single morning, you don't realize how much time that takes until you stop doing it. When I would wear makeup every day, I woke up in the morning and I felt a need to sit down and put my makeup on, and it would be very inconvenient if I was in a rush because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have to wear makeup, but I'm rushing, you know, and I have like a minute, and you feel so much pressure. Or when you, for some reason, take longer to do your makeup, or you mess up, or you run out of something, and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, like it's so much time and so much stress. Like I literally, like I kind of am proud of myself because when I was in school, and like I said, when I was wearing a lot of makeup, a lot more than I do on a daily basis right now, I would like have a system. Like every single night before I went to bed, I'd have all my makeup laid out. I'd have my brushes ready, my sponges ready, my makeup ready, and I'd have like an emergency makeup kit in my backpack in case I didn't have time and I had to do makeup in the car or in the bathroom at school. And oh my gosh, it sounds like, just like looking back at that right now, back then I was okay with it because I was used to it, but right now, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, it took so much time, so much energy. I used to wake up in the morning and I'll be like, oh, I have to put my makeup on. You know, it was a chore. Now, whenever I put makeup on, it's so enjoyable because it's nice to enjoy makeup and put it on my face and just to look like whatever I want to look like right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and do my lip liner and put on some lip balm really quick, which I can't do when I'm talking, so I'll be right back. But I'm just going to speed this up and maybe talk over it so you can sort of like not be bored, I guess. It's amazing. I'm saving a ton of money by not having to repurchase makeup so often. And I'm looking at makeup in a new way because makeup for me is something that I put on when I feel like it, and not because I feel like I'm required to do so. Because I know for some people who don't wear makeup every day, who already have gone years without wearing makeup every day and don't feel the need to, you might feel differently. But for me, like being insecure, and by the way, I'm still insecure. I'm more confident than I was like a few years ago, but I'm still insecure about certain things, but I'm insecure about different things. But like being the version of myself several years ago meant that I was insecure in my appearance, you know, like in the way I looked and the way people perceived me as. And for like me, makeup was a shield. It was an art and it was also a shield. And I would find myself using it as a shield on a daily basis, and only when I was doing videos, only when I was doing photos for Instagram would I use makeup as an art. And that's when I truly loved makeup, in those moments when I was just playing with makeup and having fun with it. However, when I was using makeup on a daily basis, I still enjoyed it, but it felt like a chore and it felt like a requirement because that's where my mind was. So anyway, that is the end of this video. I'm just gonna wrap this up. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. I'm tempted to just like not edit this whatsoever. I'm gonna look back at the footage and see like if there's anything I should cut out, because I feel like this is going to be a long video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed this like casual like filming kind of setup and just can relate to a lot of the things I said. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your opinions are. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I hope you enjoyed this little casual kind of video. Let me know what you think, of course. Let me know your opinions. Do you relate? Do you not relate? Let me know your thoughts. And I will leave it with that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.